Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday as long as I can get the strikes done. With all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. This is going to be our Hunter variant. We already did the Warlock. I'm not promising the Titan this week because this is beyond my least favorite strike that's in the game, next to, what was it, Exodus Crash that they took out. But I will definitely try it on my Titan. Warlock is linked in the description box down below. Like I said, it is the Garden World. That's the one with the Vex, like Colossus thing that goes around and around. The big pain in the ass boss. But let's look at what we're rocking this week. We start off looking like this. Alright, we rock Better Devils, Banana Nan, and then I would suggest either bringing a second Banana Nan that's also Void with you, or another, just some sort of Void Scout Rifle that you can switch kind of in the middle of the strike. You'll see it when we get to it. And then Whisper of the Worm. If you don't have Whisper of the Worm, other great ones are Sleeper Simulant, Telesto's pretty good, Curtain Call's pretty good. If you're gonna rock like a legendary like Sins of the Past or Curtain Call, something like that, I would actually suggest rocking Polaris Lance for the boss fight, especially because that thing just does massive damage for the it's really a good DPS like weapon for the bosses. And then we're rocking Orpheus Rigs, get our super back with enemies that get tethered in. I'm sure if you're rocking a Hunter, you already know all about the Orpheus Rigs. You want to rock the top attunement for that, just so any tethered enemy that, to get Orpheus Rigs to work, the super has to be completely emptied out, and so it doesn't really work with the Quiver perk. But I like Vortex Grenade, but that's really up to you. Same with the dodges. And then once we get to the boss fight, we switch over to the Gunslinger, and you want Way of the Sharpshooter, definitely. Mostly for line them up, precision hits with the Golden Gun and increase its damage and extend its duration. So it's going to do more damage. Crowd Pleaser enables precision damage, so it's going to get a little bit more damage. And then Practice Makes Perfect. You'll get your super faster with each precision shot. It stacks up 3 times and lasts about 3 seconds. So you can actually get your super back pretty quick. And then I would suggest Swarm Grenades. The only time I'm going to say you should probably run this grenade is on this boss, because pretty much any other grenades don't do jack for damage. So just keep that in mind. And then of course you want to rock Celestial Nighthawk, which gives you 1 shot, but it does an extreme amount of damage. So between the bottom skill tree giving you precision damage and increased damage, this thing just melts bosses. But yeah, other than that, if you have any other questions about setup, leave them in the description box down below, the comment section down below. And without further ado, let's rock this guide. Alright, so as soon as you spawn in, you are just going to want to go ahead and run straight through. You can either, there's going to be about 10 or so, maybe slightly less, goblins right here. None of them are elite. Just normal red bar health. You can either do one of 2 things: kill them all, which you see me do here, or you can run straight into the Infinite Forest. It's already unlocked and open, as you can see. But that's up to you. But we are going to skip the next section because it is the Infinite Forest and it's random, and there's no point in me guiding you through something that you might not even get the exact same thing. Like, each area is somewhat, it'll like spawn between like 6 or so different selections. The only thing that will stay constant is at the beginning there's going to be a Cyclops and 6 goblins, and at the end there's going to be, I think, 4 or 6 more, and 2 cyclops. So you can either go invis and run straight past them, or you can kill them. Whatever, it is up to you, but we're going to skip into the next section. Alright, just like the Infinite Forest, once you get here, if you take a right, and you can run straight through like you see me about to do, and I'm like, I want some more power ammo. So I start killing stuff here. So you can either do what I do here and just kill stuff until I get my super and some more power ammo, or you can just skip everything and, like I said, run to the right and then run straight to the cannon jump blaster Vex portal thing. But if you do kill everything, there are going to be several elites, so just keep that in mind. And there are going to be 2 Minotaurs. I don't think they are, I want us to say exotic, but elites, so don't worry about that too much. And honestly, if you don't think you can get your super back by the last bit, I would hold on to it. But as long as you have about half your super here, you should be okay. And this little section is where you have to start killing stuff. There's going to be 5 or 6 harpies. Just kill them really quick. Shouldn't take you too awful long. This is where an arc energy weapon comes in great. There we go. For whatever reason, it says they drop orbs, but most of the time they don't, I've noticed. Not sure why harpies don't, but whatever. It's whatever. Just keep on heading over. And then once you get here, this is where you really want your super. Kill these 2 harpies, and there's going to be 2 hobgoblins. Sorry, I have like brain farts with their names, but go ahead and kill these 4 guys. And then if you don't have your super, I would suggest sticking around until you do, which means you're going to have to kill a Hydra, and I think it's more harpies that spawn in. But as you see, I get my super, so we just keep on heading over. Go ahead and kill the cube, and then jump on in. Like I said, this is really where you want your super, so rush over here. Pop, pop. And then pop your super right there. Throw a grenade down. You can go invis if you need to, but you should catch just about everything spawning in, including the mini boss there. I like to just throw my grenade at him while he's still caught in the tether, and then just finish him off. And with that tether and Orpheus Rakes, you should have your super back like instantly. So what you can do is just pop it again right here, and you should get it again pretty quickly, and get your super right back. There are going to be like 3 or 4 elite goblins mixed in with these guys, so just be careful. None of them are shooting the void, like heavy hitting blast things, but there are enough of them that it will hurt really fast. So just kind of stay behind these rocks for cover, and you should just be fine. Once you kill all of these dudes, which shouldn't take too awful long, go ahead and pop the cube. Once the cube is down, the next little room is going to have a total of 3 hobgoblins, one of which is an elite, and he's going to be in the far back, so you don't really have to worry about him too much. And then just off to the left, there are going to be 2 harpies. What I would recommend is killing the elite hobgoblin and the hobgoblin that's directly in front of you, which you'll see here in just a second, first. And then you can either kill the hobgoblin on the right or the 2 harpies on the left, whichever kind of suits you first. And then once all of they're dead, try to stay back in this tunnel It does give you some pretty decent cover. But I think it's once we get into about the middle of the room, another wave of enemies is going to spawn in. I think it's 4 goblins and 3 harpies, one of which is an elite. Well, it says 4 harpies first, and then 2 hobgoblins, so it's a little different than I remember. And then the elite harpy right there. Go ahead and take them out, and then once you take them out and move closer to the stairs, I think there's like 5 or 6 fanatics are going to spawn in here. Save your super. Definitely don't pop it here. And then just take all these dudes out. Once they're out, you can move up the stairs. Make sure everything's reloaded if you want. And then a bunch of goblins. I think there's a couple hobgoblins mixed in here, as well as 2 minotaurs, one of which is an elite, will spawn in here. So just try and get as many of them as possible into your tether, and that way you can take them out really quickly. Once they're all dead, this is probably where you want to switch over to the, well, no, not yet. You still want the arc. Now I would say go ahead and switch over to your Void Scout Rifle or whatever energy weapon here. That way you don't have to worry about switching it over anytime later. But once you kill this elite Minotaur, go ahead and kill the cube again. That's going to unlock the next section. Alright, so in this section, do just like you see me doing here. Rush instantly into the room. Pop, pop, kill the cube. Run all the way back. And this is going to be your safety spot. You can either power ammo this guy down, which I try to do, but of course I miss every single precision shot, so I don't do next to any damage. I think do it all 6 times. Like, I think it's 3 precision shots with the Whisper will take this guy down. And I think it's like 4 shots with Telesto. I think. I haven't used Telesto in a little while. But it is really good. But either way, just kind of stay back here until you get that guy down. And then in the back there's going to be 3 more Minotaurs. 2 of which are elites. One of which is this red bar health. And then 2 hobgoblins. Take them out however you can. Just kind of stay back so you have that area where you can just hop back to. And then once they're dead, just like before, shoot the cube, jump up the stairs, and we'll move on into the next little bit.
Trying to take control from me. I've isolated your simulation from the rest of the forest, but I can only do so much to keep a bank's mind in check. Hold on. I won't be around for much longer.
Alright, once you're here, I like to use this like block thing for cover. You can just literally just take out these goblins. There's like 5 or 6 of them here. And I would save your super actually for the very next step, because there are going to be like 10-ish more enemies. As you see, I'm switching back to my arc. There is going to be a Minotaur up there as well, so just be aware of him. If you want to, you can go invis and skip these enemies altogether. Just you'll see how I do it here in just a second. But if you place your tether well enough, you can actually get some really easy points. This is what you want to do. Just bounce up here and bounce up there. If you're going to skip those enemies, that's the way to do it. Go invis if you're on a different class and watching this one. That same thing will work. You just have to be a little bit quicker. I would suggest killing the other enemies. But anyways, once you're here, kill the 5 fanatics. Try to stay away from this first group of stairs here as long as possible. You want to take out all 4 of these hobgoblins before too much else spawns in. I think you can take about 2 of them down, maybe 3, before the harpies start spawning in. Once they spawn in, there's going to be 5 of them. That sounds right. Probably wrong, but it's close to, it's 5 or 6. Just go ahead and stay back and take them all out. And then once they're all out, there's going to be 1 more hobgoblin in the far back, which you'll see me kill here in just a second. You want to kill all these hobgoblins before you activate the next mini boss. So be very careful about getting too close to this middle section here. But once that happens, just go ahead and make a mad dash. You want to pick up the destroy the cube in the first bit. I like to throw my super right there. It will get just about everything that spawns in. And then you can just take out this Minotaur. There's going to be a bunch of goblins that spawn in. You can take all of them out. And then I just like to shoot another tether. Why not? Because after this section, we're not going to be using Night Stalker anymore. And then you can kill this guy if you want to. But as you'll see, I say, you know what, forget it. We're just going to blow up the cube and move on. Pick up whatever ammo you can. Go invisible if you have to. But you can just go ahead and skip it. And then we are going to skip this section altogether. Just follow as I do right here. Jump up here, and then you can literally just be in the next section and not even sweat that. So once you're here, go ahead and switch over to the Golden Gun subclass. Yes, your super energy will go away. Yes, all your cooldowns are going to be reset. Make sure you got that Celestial Nighthawk on. Or if you're going for the Solstice of Heroes armor, you're gonna want to use your super a little bit earlier than I do in this video, because you're gonna want to have that helmet on, that blue helmet, for your Nightfall completion. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this strike. Just be very careful when you do it, because towards the end of the strike, you're not going to have a whole lot of time. But once you're here, go ahead and start doing damage to the boss. I would say wait to use your power ammo. Just do what you see me doing here. Get that practice makes perfect perk going. That way you can have your super. Not that I use it very soon. I actually use it on the one of the mini bosses, I think. But keep your power ammo. There are going to be 2 waves of enemies right here. The first of which is what you want to spawn in before you start using your ammo. So just bang, 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 bang. Usually there's only 4 to begin with, not this 8. So go ahead and take them all out. And then that is when I go to collect my orbs. Be very careful. You can listen to the audio cues for when the boss is about to fire. And that's when I just kind of stand behind cover. As soon as it is done, run and get my orbs. And then as soon as he's done shooting, I go back to my little safety in cover areas. And then bam, bam, bam. That should make him move. And then you're going to want to stand behind this one. Kill these guys as quickly as possible. There are going to be 4 hobgoblins total. Just going to go ahead and take them all out. Your cover will change, so keep that in mind. And then once those guys are down, go ahead and just start planking the boss away again. If you want to, you can use your super. I would suggest holding on to it. Like I said, unless you're going for the Solstice of Heroes helmet completion. This is a tricky one to do it, especially trying to use the Nighthawk, but you can do it. But make sure before you use your super, if you're going to use it here, make sure this wave spawns in, and then kill everything. You want to kill everything because the next section is going to be the Minotaurs, and you don't want all 4 spawning in if that's a thing. That would really suck. So just be careful about using your super. But once these guys are down, go ahead and either power ammo, just get the boss down until he starts going in circles again. And then once he does, come moving over the same way he does. Maybe do a few extra damage. And then once these guys start spawning in, there's going to be 5 of them, 2 of which are elites. The 2 elites are going to go in front of the boss. The other 3 are going to go into the bubble. And the same thing is going to happen on the opposite end with the bubble enemies. But make sure everything is reloaded. You're safe inside this bubble. Nothing is going to shoot you here. So you have plenty of time if you want to wait for your super to charge up. Maybe you used it before. Or you're waiting for your grenade. Here's a good spot to do it. Like I said, 3 whisper shots will take this guy down. 4 Telesto shots, I believe, will take him down. If you have to, just kind of run away like you see me doing here. And just to take him down, just be very careful, because once that other Minotaur on the opposite end sees you, that's it. He's going to start shooting at you too, and then if you got both of them coming at you, it's just going to be really difficult. So try and take that first one down as quickly as possible. And then I'm not sure where the second elite went. I know I didn't kill him. But once they're both dead, just run across here, just like you see me doing. You can go all the way around, it's a little bit safer. And then get inside the bubble, kill these 3 guys. And then just do the same thing again. Wait for your health to regen. Make sure everything's charged up. Wait for that grenade. I decided to just use my super. And then we start rocking into the boss. The boss won't start rotating, by the way, until that second Minotaur is dead. So if you do need to kill that boss, or kill the last Minotaur, just kind of stay in cover from the boss, because if that boss hits you, he'll also melt you really quick. And then in this area, there are going to be this wave here, which is 4 goblins and 4 fanatics. Kill them as quickly as possible. Usually, because usually that won't happen that quickly, but because I shot him with my whisper, it did enough damage to get this section going, which is going to be 6 total harpies, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, 2 in the middle. Try to kill at least one of them in the middle. If you can't get both, I know it's a little hard with the way the cover is situated with the enemies, but once that's done, wait for your grenade. If you have your super, go for it. Of course, I missed my grenade, so what I do is I just wait for him to get ready, and then my 3 shots, that takes him out. I got very lucky there. So just be very careful, and then you can come over here and get the second guy. Just make sure that you're behind cover so the second Minotaur won't get you. And then we're going to do this exact same thing that we just did with the last wave of Minotaurs, is run around. The long way is a lot safer. That way you can get some of this power ammo if you need it. And then just kill the 2 harpies, wait for your grenade to regen. Make sure everything is reloaded. You probably won't have your super, like if you didn't take, like if you did power ammo damage like I did, you probably won't have your super quite yet to take this guy out. So we're gonna have to do it just like the last time. Kill the cube, run for cover, then kill this guy. And then stuff's gonna get a little bit crazy. So what you're gonna want to do is, if you have your Celestial Night Hawk on, pop it really quick while he's still turning, and then go into your menu, switch over to the Solstice of Heroes helmet if that's what you're going for, because you should have it by then. And then just load into the boss. Like, you want to get that done as quickly as possible, because otherwise you're gonna have to deal with multiple waves of enemies, which includes like 4 Minotaurs by the end of it, and you really don't want to deal with that. So that's gonna do it for this guide. If you liked it, if it helped you out, hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Look in the description box down below for that at least that one other guide. Got really lucky on that finish. But right, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and then stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and I hope you guys have an awesome week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.